Detective Comics issue 1031 finds Nakano working late in his mayoral offices when he's approached by the Mirror, who comes bearing a gift for the man, reassuring him the gun he is looking for in his desk isn't there, since it's in the Mirror's own hand. The being introduces himself to the man, saying that he can deliver him the election. Chris isn't interested, but the Mirror thinks that he should look on the flash drive he gives him, also inviting Chris to a front row seat to a special event he's got organised that will help shine a light on a vigilante-less Gotham. Chris knows that he's just another mask, wondering why he should agree to partner with this man. The Mirror says that he is Chris and Chris is him, saying his reflective mask gives his message clarity and focus, and he'll gladly remove the mask once his work is done. Chris still declines the offer, knowing that he won't be the focal point for this event. The Mirror is disappointed in his response, but Chris doubles down, saying that he will not lower himself to sling mud at his opponents, knowing he would rather lose than win that way, instead wanting to fight in the trenches, unlike everyone else running for mayor. He tells the man to take his flash drive since he won't be touching it to leave fingerprints on it or downloading its contents. The Mirror knows that he will lose this election and his trenches are nothing like the battlefields Gotham will soon turn into. Chris knows Gotham has always been a battlefield to him, and that's why he's running. Elsewhere, a kid tries to stop another kid from graffitiing the wall with anti-vigilante crap, but both are stopped by Batman. One of the boys says that no matter where they go in Gotham, there is always a vigilante waiting to break heads. Batman says he's not breaking any heads today, telling both children to head home and to stop destroying public property. As the kids head off, Batman transmits to all Bat family comms, telling them that something is brewing, wanting the family to stay vigilant while he continues to look for Robin. Elsewhere, Damien has broken into Detective Podolsky's home, confronting the detective who demands he leave her house at once. She threatens to call the police, but Damien knows that she won't be calling any of them, asking about her involvement in cases about the assassination attempts on a young Bruce Wayne. The detective says that was pure happenstance that she landed lead on some of those cases, but Damien knows that it was all of the cases, and she happens to be the only detective to survive since those cases ended. She says she just got lucky, but Damien knows it's more than that, knowing her real name is Catherine Elliott, who is the half-sister to the father of Tommy Elliott. Damien knows that she's only a half-sister thanks to a sordid affair that was swept under the rug, and she is the same Catherine Elliott who made many demands until the Elliott family cut her off when Tommy discovered her existence. And she is the very same Catherine who is willing to accept secret money payments to sign off on cases and keep Tommy's plan in motion. Damien wonders if she's going to turn herself in, but Catherine knows he's got no evidence and he's just some kid pretending to be a vigilante. Damien knows that she's been wearing the disguise of a cop and a detective, but she hasn't been acting like one. Catherine whips out her pistol, threatening to shoot Damien, but he easily snaps it out of her hand, calling her a lightweight before tying her up, leaving her for the police, who should be by soon, as well as the media, who he emailed all the evidence to. The Bat family meanwhile continue to survey the city, watching more and more people gather and join the anti-vigilante movement. Batman revealed that he found a piece of evidence in the Bat computer that could help him find Damien, and he'll know soon as the computer compiles it, as more anti-vigilante gangs take to the streets. Cassandra and Duke though have tracked it all back to the Mirror, who is leading a flash mob across social media. Down in the park, the Mirror gives a speech to his gathered followers, saying that if they feel hopeless and scared, this is their moment. Batman soon gets word on the evidence Damien left behind, knowing he needs to move on it now or it'd be weeks until he picks up the trail again. The family tell him to go and deal with this as they deal with the flash mob, but Bruce says that this has gotten too big and will get out of control, and they need to keep the peace, so he'll look for Damien later, since now another group has joined the flash mob. As Nakano and many of the villains in Arkham Asylum watch the news, the Mirror says that once the vigilantes go extinct, Gotham will thrive, leading the group down the street as they march through Gotham to spread their message of transparency. The Bat family give chase as the Mirror tells Gotham to rise and look themselves in the mirror and ask what they see. Soon, another group comes in contact with the flash mob, a group backing the vigilantes, all wearing Batman, Batgirl, Signal and Robin masks. The Mirror expected this as the mask-wearing people say that many in Gotham know how necessary the heroes have been to keep the monsters at bay, wanting the Mirror to take a closer look at the good and what they are doing. The Mirror calls the people all delusional and the good masks and the crazies are all one and the same. He hits one of the men in the face, saying that if they can't see what's in front of their own eyes, maybe they don't don't need eyes. A huge brawl in the streets kicks off, and in the chaos, the Bat family go to help, but are all knocked out by some masked man. Batman confronts the Mirror, telling him this needs to end now, having had enough of the masked man holding his city hostage. The Mirror says that he's had enough of Batman holding the city hostage as he fights the hero. Batman rips the being's mask, causing him to jump from a balcony, saying that he's an idea now and an idea is stronger than flesh. The villain plummets into the water where he explodes. The people soon gather around Batman, thinking the hero made the Mirror jump and kill himself. Batman turns to the crowd, yelling at them that they all fight for Gotham, saying that he put on the mask when the corrupt institutions of the city failed him, and soon others joined him who were also let down by the city, and now they do what they do not for thanks, but because this is their community as well. Batman tells the group that they wear masks not to protect themselves, but to protect the lives of others and their families and friends. Nightwing radios into Batman, telling him to leave and find Robin while he and the family wrap this up. Dick, however, has been captured by Hush, who threatens to kill Batgirl if Nightwing doesn't get Batman to leave. Batman agrees to go and continue his search for his son as Hush knocks Dick out, impressed with his performance over the communication device, taking the man's comlink and putting his body with the rest of the captured Bat family. Detective Comics issue 1031 was a little bit of a letdown as Gotham reaches its tipping point again and the Mirror's anti-vigilante movement gains traction as a new villain is introduced. I really didn't like that the Mirror, after a few issues of really great build-up and interesting character stuff, just up and blew themselves up. Really also Hush can just step in and become another villain people are familiar with. Now obviously in the two final issues it could be revealed that the Mirror was working for Hush and this was all part of Hush's plan, but I really like the idea of this new character in the Mirror coming in with no ties to other villains or anything and coming into Gotham and just stirring shit up. There was some quite great character stuff being built with the character, and the idea of his mirrored masks sort of making people see themselves in the character was really quite great. There was also the ties with the stuff with Nakano and people obviously thinking it couldn't be Nakano but it could have been his wife trying to help his run for mayor. I thought that would have been like a cool way to take the story, and maybe that was a bit too obvious or something, but I really don't like that he just up and killed himself, and I don't think he's going to be in the next couple of issues and it's all just going to be Hush now, which again kind of a big letdown, but I'm intrigued to see what Tomasi does in these final couple of issues for his run, and maybe he might knock it out of the park and deliver a new look at Hush that we haven't seen before. I'm going to give this issue a 5 out of 10.